Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about the romantic compatibility between ENFJs and ISFPs. I think most people have asked themselves the question at some point, who's the best match when the person based on certain characteristics? And I think that MBTI, personality types, is a good starting point. So let's look at what ENFJs and ISFPs have in common. Obviously, they're both feelers, which means that they are right brain dominant and they're the type of people who tend to come from the heart. They like to get along with others. They're not confrontational usually. So they will understand each other on that level. The other aspect is that both the ENFJ and ISFP will have good energy. So they won't tire each other. So although the ENFJ is only below the INFJ in terms of energy, they will be able to spend quite a bit of time with the ISFP and be fine. Now, the areas where they're going to have issues is that although they're both feelers, one is an extroverted feeler and the other one is an introverted feeler. So extrovert feelers are about the other. They want harmony. And they're the type of people who might sacrifice their own well-being to be with others. By contrast, the ISFP has introvert feeling as its first function, which means that when this person makes decision, it's mostly based on their own ethics and own morals. So they want to be, in terms of their driving force, be as authentic as possible, which is different from the ENFJ. So the ENFJ may look at the ISFP as someone who is often or sometimes selfish, whereas the ENFJ again is willing to sort of mostly look at the needs of other people and sometimes not tell the truth or be upfront because they want to keep group harmony. The other aspect that they may have issues with is that one is a judger and the other one is a perceiver. So the ENFJ likes to organize their lives. They are predictable, reliable, whereas the ISFP is less so. So these are the type of people who like to change things at the last minute. They are not as reliable, reachable as the ENFJ. So the ENFJ may not feel that they can rely on the ISFP as much as the other way around. The other aspect is that they have a different relationship style. So the ENFJ has a feminine, organized way of dealing their relationship, whereas the ISFP has a feminine and spontaneous way. So what may happen is that the ENFJ may feel that they don't feel connected enough with the ISFP. So they don't feel that they have this close bond, whereas the ISFP may feel that the ENFJ may be too clingy, too sort of like hands-on when it comes to their relationship. So that may be an issue that they could have. The other aspect is that the ISFP tends to have a short attention span and tend to be faster than the ENFJ. So you'll see that intuitive feelers in general, they're the type of people who like to take their time. They're not really fast because they have slow brain waves and they are obviously intuitives and they are feelers. So you'll see that they tend to be slower when they actually move around or trying to accomplish a task. So that might be an area they might have a conflict. But the other aspect has to do with the fact that one is an intuitive feeler and the other one is a sensitive perceiver. So the theme of their lives is different. So the ENFJ is looking for a soulmate, whereas the ISFP is looking for a playmate. And that really sometimes doesn't mesh well. So the ENFJ will be the type of person who wants to meet someone, settle down, and for it to be long term. The ISFP is more flexible that way, so they won't feel the need to have someone who's that sort of like stable and be able to bond for a long period of time. And so that may be an issue because the theme of their lives is different. The ENFJ, the theme of their lives is meaning and spirituality. By contrast, the ISFP have in terms of the theme of their lives freedom and movement. So that may be an issue. So generally speaking, I think that they will get along well, but I think that if they want someone who really can bond with and have that consistency, they might have issues compared to maybe other personality types. The fact they're both feelers is a plus. The fact that the ISFP is an introvert, because I said, like, when we look at intuitives in general, although they might, on paper look okay, it's an extrovert, but because of the fact they have high energy, they usually behave like introverts, so they might bond also on that level. So I'd say that compared to other personality type sort of combinations, this one could work, but they will have to understand the other person's point of view and make compromises. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this romantic compatibility analysis by commenting below. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.